Hello, my name's Matt, and I'm talking to you via the internet. What does blended learning mean to students at Massey University? That's the reason I'm talking here today, both as someone who's deeply involved with the students on this campus and someone who's a student themselves. The simple answer is that blended learning doesn't really mean anything to students. The term doesn't mean anything. The jargon around blended learning doesn't mean anything. Digitization and multimedia approaches to pedagogy, they don't mean anything to students. Helping the students understand the concepts behind blended learning would be the first step to providing a genuine learner engagement on the model moving forward. I've already had a bit of help understanding the concept of blended learning, and I suppose this space is for me to give my engagement on this issue to you. The discussion for me around blended learning involves barriers, both breaking them down and putting them up. The way in which the university institutes the idea of blended learning will be the deciding factor in the student perception of the final product. There are quite a few stepping stones. Digitalization and multimedia must add value to the learning experience, otherwise it's not blended learning, it's cost cutting. If we simply PDF the readings or work I normally would have gotten, I'll believe it's a cost cutting measure. I'll see it as a reduction in service and I won't engage with the new model. That said, there's such an opportunity here to add significant value to readings and study guides that this does not need to be the case. For example, look at what I'm doing now. A video on YouTube showing the seminar. There's no space to ask questions, there's no graphics displayed to the seminar. So what you get essentially is less than what you got before. It's cheaper to produce, I don't have to remember my lines, I don't even really have to have turned up on the day. But it's not blended learning, it's not an addition of value. It also institutes the first barrier, the barrier to access. You can't get the questions answered because there's this barrier of the internet, there's this barrier of the mode of delivery.